Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial, and in today's tutorial we'll be looking at double integral. Double integral is of this form: f of x comma y dA, where dA is equal to dx dy, which means it can be written in this form. Therefore, the evaluation of the integral f of x comma y dA is equal to the double integral of f of x comma y dy dx. When you have something like this, what does it mean? That is, if you are to integrate, if you are given double integration and you are to integrate, so the first thing you do is that since it's double integration, you pick your f of x comma y, you integrate it with respect to y. By integrating it with respect to y, you put in the boundary, which is the upper and the lower limit. Then you integrate the second time with respect to x, and you put in your boundary of a and b. Let's see how this works in an example. Now, this is what you are to integrate: integral of x squared y. Don't forget that dA is equal to dx dy. Now, this r, what this r simply means is the boundary, and when you read from the question, the boundary is given as, for x is given as 0 to 3, and for y is given as 1 to 2. So if you are integrating, so whichever one you want to pick first, whether you want to integrate with respect to y first or you want to integrate with respect to x. Now, you can integrate with respect to y, you can also integrate with respect to x. So but one will come before one, so you pick any one that you want it to come first. So let's say I'm integrating with respect to y first, so which means my first integral here is going to be with respect to x, so which is going to be 0, the boundary will be 0, and the boundary will be the lower boundary is 0, the upper will be 3. Then into another one, that is 1 and 2. Then what is my function? My function is x squared y into, since I'm integrating with respect to dy first, so it's going to be dy dx. So note, if I am actually integrating with respect to dx, then the dx will come before the dy, and if I'm integrating with respect to y before x, then the dy will come before dx. So let's integrate this. If you are integrating this, we are going to have integral, then you can put it in bracket, then you are going to have, if you integrate x squared y with respect to y, you are going to have x squared y squared over 2. Then you close it, then you put the boundary is 2 and 1 dx. So which gives you, what you are going to do here is that we are going to input the value, the boundary, that is the 2 and the 1, into x squared y squared over 2. So we are directly putting those boundary in place of y, because we integrate with respect to y. So it's going to be x squared multiplied by 2 square over 2, that is for the upper boundary, minus x square into 1 square over 2, that is for the lower boundary dx, which gives you the integral of, this is going to give you 4x square over 2 minus x square over 2 dx, which gives you integral of, that is 2x square, because this 2 will cancel this 2 and you'll be left with 2, then minus x square over 2 dx. Then we have integral of 2x square minus x square over 2 dx. So the next thing you do is you integrate now with respect to y, or you can simply simplify it. So if you simplify, you are going to have 4x square minus x square over 2 dx. which is equal to the integral of 3x squared over 2 dx. So at this point, you are going to integrate with respect to x. So by integrating with respect to x, you are going to have 3x raised to the power of 3 over 2 times 3 into 3 raised to the power of 0, and 3 to 0 as the boundary. Then this 3 will cancel this 3. You're going to have x cubed over 2, which gives you now at this point you put in the boundaries, that is 3 and 0 in place of x. So you are going to have 3 raised to the power of 3 over 2 minus 0 raised to the power of 3 over 2, so which gives you 27 over 2. So that is the solution. Okay, this is another example. So we are to evaluate the double integral of f of 2xy plus y squared dA, and you know that dA is equal to dx dy. So which leaves us with, now you know that our r is the boundary. If our r is the boundary and the boundary is given as -1 less than or equal to x and x less than or equal to 2, and for the y the boundary is given as 0 less than or equal to y and y less than or equal to 2. So we are going to input our boundary. Okay, so it's going to look like this. The integral for the x -1 to 2 and for the y 0 to 2 into 2xy plus y squared dx dy, or rather we'll put it in the right way, dy dx. So which means that we are actually integrating dy first, or we are actually integrating y, or we are integrating with respect to y before we integrate with respect to x. So it's to look like this. Now let's integrate with respect to y. If we integrate the function with respect to y, we are going to have 2xy squared over 2 plus y raised to the power of 3 over 3. Then we put our boundary, that is 2, 0. Then we'll put x. At this point, we are going to put in our values. So which is, we are going to put in our value, which is 2x. Instead of writing y, we are going to write 2, then raised to the power of 2 over 2 plus 2 raised to the power of 3 over 3. Then minus the lower boundary, which is 0. That is 2x into 0 square over 2 plus 0 cube over 3, which leaves us with integral of 4x plus 8 over 3 dx. Then we have integral of 4x plus 8 over 3 dx. At this point, we will integrate with respect to x. We are going to have 4x squared over 2 plus 8x over 3, the boundary of 2 and 1, which leaves us with, at this point, we are going to put in the value of x for the upper and the lower. So for the upper, we are going to have 4 multiplied by 2 raised to the power of 2 over 2 plus 8 into 2 by 3 minus 4 multiplied by -1 square over 2 plus 8 into -1 over 3. Then we have, by evaluating this, we are going to have 8 plus 16 over 3. Then we have minus into 4 over 2 plus, rather, plus minus 8 over 3. Then we have 8 plus 16 over 3 minus 2 minus 8 over 3. By opening the bracket, you have 8 plus 16 over 3 minus 2 plus 8 over 3. Let's find the LCM. We are going to have 24 plus 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 multiplied by 16 give you 16 minus 1 divided by 3 is 3 times 2, you have 6. plus 3 divided by 3, you have 8. You have 8. Upon addition, we have 42 over 3, which is equal to 14, and that is our answer. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, to share, comment, and subscribe.